In today's episode, we'll continue discussing how to find the opportunity for your first game. Welcome to the NITRO Does Hockey Podcast. I'm your host, Nitro. So this is part 3 of finding your first game. You're in Learn to Play, or you've taken Learn to Play. You think you want to play in a game, but you're not sure what to do. If women's scrimmage and or pickup hockey aren't options for you, then I think you have one option left, and that's playing in a league. So our Iceplex has a co-ed league. We don't have a women's league. If you do, then you can explore a women's league in the same way you'd explore whether you want to join a co-ed league. When it first started at our Iceplex, our league had 3 divisions, A, B, and C, but in an effort to group skill levels together better and not have quite as much variety amongst skill sets in A, B, and C, and to provide a better experience to all participants, they changed it recently. So now our league has 4 divisions: Gold, Silver, North, Silver South, and Bronze. So, yes, Gold, 2 Silvers, and a Bronze. The top division is Gold, then Silver North, then Silver South, and then Bronze. I'll let you hypothesize on your own why they didn't just do A, B, C, and D, but I am going to leave that there for you to think on. In our league, everyone pays the same dues. The structure's changed a little bit in the few seasons that I've been there, but at this point, everybody in our league pays the same dues to be on a team in the league. If you happen to play on more than one team, because your skill level is assessed, and so the director of hockey will put out a list that says, like for example, Nitro, you are eligible for Bronze and Silver South, but then they'll give like a green check mark in the one that they think is probably the best fit for you, but yet you can also play in the other one. So for me, green check in Bronze, but I could also play Silver South if I wanted to. That gives you an opportunity for some more ice time, to play with some maybe higher skilled folks, so maybe that helps you increase your skill set a little faster. But anyway, so everybody has the same dues if you play in your first team in one of the in the league, and then if you decide to play on more than one team, then there's a discount for us for the second team. There is also a minimum number of 12 players for the team. You can have more, but you need to have at least 12. So for the summer of 2024, 2 of my friends asked me if I wanted to be on their team. I should also just mention that right now this is the summer of 2025, so it was a year ago. So a year ago, 2 of my friends asked me if I wanted to be on their team. The team was called the Ogopogos Hockey Club. We affectionately just call each other the Ogopogos, or sometimes Pogos. They were starting a team and they wanted it to be for beginners. They were focused on providing safe spaces for beginner players and people of all different demographics. I'll include the link to the Ogopogos website so that you can check out the mission statement and other resources that we have on that site. So at the time we were in the C League, now the team is in the Bronze League, and this was a great opportunity for me to get some game experience with a bunch of other new players and a few players. There were a couple players on our team, the captains and 1 or 2 others, who had played one other season in the league. What's nice is there was no pressure. Everyone was supportive. We lost every game, but it was fine. There was no pressure. It was supportive. It was a great learning environment, because that's really what we were up to. We were learning how to play, and if we're being honest and kind of looking at a 30,000-foot view, there were all the other teams basically in C League had way more experience and probably leaned to a higher skill level than we had, which is one of the reasons why they went from the 3 divisions to the 4, so that they could have less wide variety in skill set for each division. Fast forward to our 3rd season, which is what we're in now, our current season, and we're still providing opportunities for new players to have safe and supportive spaces, to use what they've been learning in Learn to Play and to be able to put it into practice. We've had some players stay with us since the very beginning. We've had a few that have moved up to a higher division. Their skill set has grown so much that they've kind of outgrown the bronze division. We've had a couple that branched off and started a new team, which is great because we want to have 4 or more teams in our division. And so people that have now played a few seasons in the division can take the skills that and the knowledge that they have and provide opportunities for others by starting their own team. So that's great. And I think what's great is this season we have won some games, but I would say most of the games that we're in now are competitive. Any team could win on any given night. And yet there's still space for new players to develop their skills. There's place for more experienced players to continue to improve their skills. And I would say in previous seasons, our games were not always that competitive. So this has been really cool. Even when the game doesn't go our way and we don't necessarily get the W, they've still been pretty competitive, which is really nice and gives you something to look forward to. So, all right, when we finalized our roster, we had 8 returning players, 2 players that had played previously on a rival team in the C League, but when they redid the divisions, instead of that team staying in bronze, they went up to Silver South. And so since their team had left, they asked if they could join us. So we said sure. And then we had 3 players who had either never played or had played just a few women's scrimmages. And then we had 1 player who went to the free agent skate. So anybody interested that didn't have a team was invited to come to a pickup game, and the director of our hockey league was there to help evaluate their skill level, make sure that they were put in the right division, and help them find a team. So we got 1 player from that free agent skate who was told he could play bronze, and we of course had space on our roster for him, so we invited him to play with us. So in case you haven't been doing the math, that's 14 people on our roster. We have 1 goalie and 13 skaters. So joining a team in a beginner division might be an option for you, something that you should definitely consider. But if you aren't ready to commit to a full season, at least in our league, there's an option to be on the sub list. This is a list of people who are deemed skill level appropriate for the division, in our case, bronze. Some of the subs are actually on a team either in Silver South or in bronze, but they're up for subbing to get more ice time, to play with new people, to learn new things. And so this is a good opportunity for them to do all those things. And some of the people on the sub list maybe couldn't commit to a full season. Our league plays on Sunday nights, or our division plays on Sunday nights, so they maybe couldn't say, I'm available for enough Sundays to make it worth it. But if you need a player, if you're down people, reach out, and if I'm available, then I'll come play for you. Sometimes people maybe missed the sign-up period. Some people moved here after the season started. And in some cases, rosters were full, and so maybe there just wasn't any space on a team for them. So there might be an opportunity for you to sub and get a chance to play, meet new people, potentially find a roster space for an upcoming season. So again, I would talk to your director of hockey or whoever runs your Learn to Play to see if subbing is an option, and if the teams in the beginner division are supportive of brand new players. Want to make sure that you're getting into an opportunity in a situation that you'll be set up for success and for support. In the bronze division, all 4 of our teams are super supportive. In fact, in our last game, we played against a player who was subbing who had never played in a game before, and that was fine. He actually scored a goal. So there you go. There is usually a fee to sub. At our Iceplex, it's $45 for one game for skaters. Goalies frequently have a different price structure, so you need to look into and check in on what the goalie fee is. I don't actually even know what ours is because if our goalie can't make it, he works it out. We have also like a sub goalie list, and so he finds a sub for us, and so they work through all that. So definitely check into your local league and see if it might be a good fit for you. The options really are joining a team, kind of full-time player, or seeing if you can get on into the league as a sub. So hopefully it's a little less scary to investigate possibly joining a team. Stay tuned for next time. We're going to discuss and reflect on a women's only coaching and officiating clinic that I attended. Thank you for spending your time with me. Until next time, I'm Nitro. Bye.